Hi, I am Christine Ladd. I am a product marketing director for MRI Software. We're a global prop tech company, so we're one of the leaders in the property management technology space and serve commercial and residential prop tech companies. I oversee a team of product marketers in our North America region that is specifically responsible for our residential product portfolio. And I initially looked at Ignition because in all of my past roles, I've developed a lot of frameworks for developing messaging and tracking towards launch plans and choosing the right tactics and creating buy in with different leaders within the organization. But we didn't have a scaled approach here at MRI. So while I initially looked at this for myself and my direct team, given the success of our Ignition pilot, we are ultimately rolling it out globally to the rest of the PMMs. An important thing to understand about MRI is that we are a completely decentralized product marketing organization. So, myself and my team roll up to a vertical leader in North America, as do all of the other product marketing managers globally. So, we have a really difficult time implementing and scaling best practices because the individuals that we report into are different. The regions are different. We are located in London, North America, and Sydney. And so that time difference has also made it really difficult for us to put in place the processes that we need to consistently be successful across the board. The main problem that I saw again was the lack of a defined, rigorous process to create the messaging and the launch plans. But the outcomes of this that I saw internally were that there are inconsistent working relationships with our product team. So I'm sure, as every marketing manager has dealt with at some point in their career, we were sometimes getting pulled in really late to launches. That meant that products were slipping out the door because we didn't have the appropriate amount of time to develop everything required to effectively bring something to market. So, our launch announcements might come after something was generally available. Our training to the sales team could be delayed. And because we were then having to play catch up and rush the process, and because we didn't have effective messaging frameworks, it meant that we weren't always getting to the root feature benefit statements and the emotional outcomes. And so it was really important to me that we were able to up level the messaging and the consistency and the delivery of go to market efforts across the board. What I found in implementing Ignition is not only was it able to allow us to take the templates that have worked for us internally, create consistent best practices, and then follow them to develop that more effective messaging and the more structured launch plans and to launch them on time, but it also created way more buy in with our product counterparts. So after adopting Ignition, now when we get on the phone with product, we are able to pull Ignition up live and share our screen and then work through the launch brief to get all of the details that we need from them in order to develop that consistent approach and that messaging. So it not only gives us the space to document all of that in a shared and transparent way, but it takes us through the questions that we need to ask so that we have the full understanding of the product and what we need to be positioning to our clients. This has created a lot more trust with our product counterparts. Now they're able to work with us to help refine messaging and to make sure that we're not missing any portions of the key message that clients are going to care about. So that trust has increased the speed to which they pull us into launches and the amount of time that we're able to prepare so that we can effectively and quickly bring something to market at the right moment. This has also allowed us to get further ahead of sales enablement and training and content creation, and then collaborate with our campaign marketing counterparts to ensure that we have those campaigns and those quarterly themes ready to go far in advance. One big benefit that I did not expect to get out of Ignition, but have loved for our marketing organization globally, is that it's also created far more visibility with executive leaders in the company. So, our marketing executives and heads of our product team are able to go into Ignition and see everything that we're working on and everything that we have planned. That means that they can anticipate when sales enablement and training activities are going to happen, and that they know that we're on top of our launches and able to go in and review and spot check that messaging. So that ensures that there's more buy in and accountability and trust in product marketers as a whole. It's also given them a glimpse into everything that goes into having to create a really successful launch, which creates a really great case for why we should continue to build and develop the PMM function internally. So I highly recommend Ignition to any individual product marketer or team of product marketers. This approach that we were able to scale globally has been a game changer for us, but just being able to have that visible, collaborative, and consistently available system of record for everything that you've launched and follow the same launch brief and the same launch plans time after time. Make sure that you're not missing steps, and it ensures that every single product that you launch has a really good chance to be successful and able to get the visibility and collaboration that's needed so you have organizational buy-in when you go to market.